What's good, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I have some news I would like to share with you, but first, as you can tell, we're in the new FTL shop right here. We just did this makeshift studio about 5 minutes ago, so let me know in the comments if you like it, or if you don't like it, we'll change it up, but I thought it looked pretty cool. But yeah, back to the video, why you guys are here. As you can tell from the title of the video, I am no longer riding for Volume Bikes. I've been with Volume Bikes for 13 years, and for 8 of them, since 2015, I've been pro, which is pretty insane. That's a whole lifetime with a bike company, so I'm proud of that. And yeah, it's time to move on. I want to get into that, why I'm moving on, in a little bit, but this video, the whole purpose is basically how my journey started with Volume Bikes as a kid, and over the 13 years, worked my way up the ranks from being just a kid on grassroots, paying for parts, to now being a pro, paid professional bike rider with a whole signature line of parts. That's pretty insane to me, and I'd like to tell the story. So I did want to share this video at the beginning of January 2024, which most people, when they leave their sponsors or get kicked off or sign to a new team, they do it at the end of the year. So for 2024, I wanted a clean slate. This chapter is over, and I'm really excited for the next chapter, which I will be able to touch on, hopefully in the very short future. But before I get into the story of how I got started with Volume back in 2010, I want to send a huge thank you to obviously Volume Bikes, but also Brian Castillo, La, Kenny Hirsch, the team managers over the years, Mike Mastroni, Josh Clemens, Kurt. You guys are the best. And also huge thank you to all my teammates over the years I've had the pleasure of being on trips with and riding with. Thank you guys. You guys know who you are. So yeah, let's get into this story. Winding back to 2010, Volume was holding a Twitter contest for a new frame. All I did was retweet the tweet, and I just said, this frame looks mint. They ended up choosing me as the winner. So here it is. This is the Volume RJ20R, the Biz Jordan signature frame, which was super dope. I still love this frame. This frame came in a few different colors. I got the black one that had a retro vibe. Fast forward about 6 months, a local legend, one of my favorite bike riders, best dude all around, Kenny Hirsch. He goes from Long Island to California. He becomes a sales rep at Volume Bikes. He runs Long Island BMX at this point. Like, he's the man. He knows I'm on a Volume. Volume's trying to hook up a few dudes as grassroots riders as a part of their new program, where basically you're not on AM, you're not getting free parts yet, but you're getting a discount. I'm just a little kid in high school. Like, Kenny Hirsch is calling me from Volume Bikes. Got an opportunity for me, and I'm like, this is like a dream come true. As a young kid, worked and rode my whole life to become a sponsored rider, and I had a real BMX brand, Volume Bikes, a legendary BMX brand, calling me, wants me to be a part of the team. Huge turning point in my BMX career as a kid. Thank you, Kenny, for that. Kenny hooked it up, would not be here if it wasn't for Kenny. I'm putting in work, I'm filming videos, putting out video parts, staying up on social media as much as possible. At that time, it was maybe a year goes by, and I get the call, Billy, you're bumped up to AM, no more paying for parts. You know, I'm getting new frame, new parts here and there when I need them, and that was super cool. I was stoked on that. I think I graduated high school. Volume's working on the finer things. I think they just started filming for, and that was a whole era of teams. So I also want to say, I've been with Volume for so long. I've seen so many different eras of the company, probably like 3 eras, and I think right now we're probably entering the 4th era that I've been on between different riders and groups and TMs. So my first trip, I was invited out by Mastroni. Mastroni doesn't know me from a few emails and a few video parts here and there. Bringing out a young kid from New York all the way to California to stay at his house, to go on a trip to Arizona. You know, I could have been the most annoying dude in the world, and I think that's really cool. They put me on, they took me in, and that trip to Arizona I'll never forget. I've never seen the desert before. Like, go all the way to Arizona to ride my bike for a week. That was the coolest thing ever, and I think that even got my passion for BMX way more than it was, because I'm like, damn, like taking it all in. That sparked a huge thing for my travel for BMX. Because you guys know I like to make videos all over the world. That's one of the biggest pushes for me for BMX. After the first trip, you know, I'm in college at this time, going to classes, part-time working, I'm busy, I'm riding at home, I'm filming my video parts, doing my thing, going on trips here and there as much as I can. So 2015, I'm filming for Volume 1. Josh Clemens, DeMarcus Paul, and myself all had 3 parts in this one video. It was like a smaller section of the finer things, if you will, another Mastroni masterpiece. And that's one of the coolest things about being with Volume, was being able to work with Mike Mastroni. He is absolutely one of the best, if not the best, BMX filmmakers out there to this day. He's an artist, and you guys can check the Volume 1. I'll have clips up here, and I think to this day that's my favorite video part ever. Went to Portland, I went to, Mastroni came to New York twice, went to California, and yeah, I pushed myself to the absolute max, and two of my favorite clips ever are at the end of that video in one day. Like, I went straight from one spot and then went straight to the other spot and got two of my favorite clips ever. So after that, I was like, all right, put in work, I want to do something else. So that's where YouTube comes into play. 2015, actually, like a light switched in my head. I'm like, all right, that was cool, I put in work, but like, I don't want to film, you know, 9 months to a year just for one video to come out on the internet. I thought Volume was not going to vibe with that, to be honest, because like the whole thing with LZ and Stranger was going down, and like I was shocked. Volume was stoked on me filming YouTube videos, which if you're watching this now, you're like, of course they would be stoked, but that was not the stigma in BMX at the time. Doing YouTube and being a BMX rider for a company wasn't cool at all. Like, you would be shamed for that, if you will, which sounds crazy now, and I had no idea this was happening. Volume made this really, really cool video. Billy Perry, welcome to pro. Usually people are like, all right, you're filming for this project, you kind of have an idea you're gonna go pro. So I filmed for Volume 1, I wasn't pro, and I put in a lot of work, so I'm like, all right, maybe I'm just never going pro, whatever, cool. It is what it is. Like, it's a dream of mine to be a professional bike rider, but maybe it's not meant to be. I'm still gonna be riding my bike, doing my thing. And I go online, wake up one day, Billy Perry, welcome to pro. They have everybody sitting down in the chair, from Castillo, the owner, Raban, Josh, everyone there. That was the coolest thing ever. I'm like, holy shit, lifelong dream of mine, Volume bikes, welcome to pro. They're like, what's cooler than that, man? I mean, it does get cooler than that, apparently. 2015, I'm pro. You know, I'm stoked. A whole new era of Volume comes in. It's myself, DeMarcus, Brock, Josh Clemens as a TM. Jaron eventually gets put on as well. That was one of the coolest times on Volume for me personally. Just having like really close friends, people who I'm still super close with to this day. I haven't been on Volume with Brock in years. Josh, I love those guys. Those are my brothers. So I get the call from Castillo. We want you to have some signature parts. We want you to have a signature bike. Signature bike? What the fuck? Signature bike? Like, that's a dream. Like, I got a bike. I get to design the whole bike. I get to design the paint style, and I'll put photos and videos here. We named it the Volume Transit. It looked just like my bike, but different color scheme. You got the 4-piece bars. Unfortunately, that was like the last year they did complete bikes. One of the reasons why, for me personally, it's time to move on. Something I really want to be able to offer people that watch my videos and get into BMX is a complete bike. I want to be like, hey, this is the best bike right now. I designed this bike. This is something I recommend. Like, okay, you have a budget from this price and that price. These are the bikes I helped design. This was the first somewhat signature part I had. This was the Volume Voyager frame I helped design with Josh Clemens. Very seamlessly designed this together. We both loved the dimensions of this frames. There was no quarrels on anything. Like, hey, we're gonna do this dimension front end, this back. Cool, yeah, I love that. Let's do that. So Josh got a color, I got a color. He did like a Northwest vibe, and I did, obviously, as a blue guy. Blue is my favorite color. You guys probably know that by now, but this was Glacier Blue, and this was my signature color on the Voyager frame. It has my name on it, Josh's name on it, Volume Voyager, Perry Clemens, east to west. So that was a huge, huge turning point to me. I don't know why I skipped that before the complete bike. This might have been the next color. It's a white confetti with the pink. It's got blue and black splatter on it with the pink logos. Super cool. This frame's actually brand new. I saved this one for my personal collection. Reverse of this frame, I don't have a photo of it. It is black with the blue text on it. I like that one a lot. And a sample that never came out, I was on this frame for a little while. This was the lavender, and then we decided to go, instead of lavender, we decided to go with the periwinkle, which is a really, really cool purpley blue. Last of the Voyager for the signature FTL frames was this Perry Mint. This one's beat up bad. I wish I got another one of these because it was a really cool color. A lot of pros get to do a line of signature parts. Very, very fortunate for this. I have a whole signature line, but instead of doing it with my name on it as an FTL line, which is insane. As my company, FTL Volume Collaboration. Signature FTL frame was next. I just tweaked a few dimensions on the Voyager. They redid the tubing, made it stronger, a lot stronger. I brought back the Glacier Blue. That was on my first Voyager frame. I rode that for a little bit. And then I went with the all black, which is actually what Alex is riding now, with the big follow leader on the bottom. Black frame, can't go wrong. The last one that I'm currently on right now that I'm changing out is the tri-color. It's the black, white, and Glacier Blue. So it's kind of like a ode to all the colors I've done, you know, and I feel like white just fit in there very nice. It's the FTL colors, Black, white, blue has always been the FTL colors. It's also coincidentally the BMW colors. You guys know I'm a huge BMW fan. That wraps up the frames. Those are still available to this day to purchase if you want. Please do. I would love to see you guys still supporting volume, FTL, all that. And that was kind of my journey from starting as a little kid 13 years ago, getting my foot in the door to working my way up to a whole signature line of parts. Huge thank you to Volume Bikes for everything over the years. Absolutely incredible 13 plus years. Pretty insane that I'm here today, and I can't wait to share with you guys the news. Been a long time coming. Give a thumbs up, leave a comment, let me know what you think of the video, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. New bike build video maybe, but for now, peace out.